Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jen, and this is Beginner Yoga. Let's go ahead and get started. Standing in the center of your mat, feet together. Feel the mat underneath your feet. Maybe rock back and forth a few times, trying to feel that center point. The weight should sit slightly in your heels, spine long and straight, keeping the shoulders aligned over the hips. Knees aligned over the ankles. Relax the head, relax the neck, shoulders relaxed, and just stand, check in with your body. Take a few breaths here. Think about being present in class, just letting everything that went on today go. You're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about what happened this morning. You're not thinking about what's for dinner tonight. You're not thinking about what's happening tomorrow. All you're thinking about is right here, right now, you in your yoga class. Let's begin with some anatomical breathing. Standing feet together, palms facing toward you. On an inhale, open the palms, arms out to the side, expand the chest, expand the belly, and exhale. Bring your hands back to start, palms facing towards you. Inhale, expand the chest, open the palms. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, expand the ribs, take in all the breath, and exhale, arms forward and down. Inhale, big breath in, expand the ribs, expand the chest, engage the upper back. Exhale, slightly engage the abdominals, hands at your sides. Inhale, arms open, chest wide. Exhale, arms together. 2 more. Inhale, open the arms, palms open, chest opens, gaze is up. Exhale, gaze back to center, hands down. Take a breath. We'll do that breathing exercise one more time. Round 2. Standing feet together, palms facing towards you, hands at your sides. Inhale, expand the chest, arms out. Exhale. Inhale, expand the chest, engage the upper back, open the arms. Exhale, slightly engage the abs as your arms come back down. Inhale, arms open wide, chest expands. Exhale, all the breath out, back to start. Inhale, arms open, chest open. Exhale, arms closed, back to the sides. Continuing to keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, arms open, chest expands. Exhale, arms closed, back to your sides. Inhale, expand the chest, expand the ribs, take in breath. Exhale, arms close, down to your sides. 2 more. Inhale, arms open wide, engage the upper back, expand the chest. Exhale, arms close, engage the abs. 1 more. Inhale, arms open. Expand the chest, take in breath. And exhale, all the air out, arms back down. Again, standing tall, weight in your heels, weight slightly in your heels. Relax the arms, relax the body, and just breathe. Half moon series. Feet together or slightly apart. Standing nice and tall, raise the left arm up. Inhale. And on the exhale, engage the right side of your abs. Squeeze them as if you're trying to touch your right shoulder to your right hip. Loosen and relax the left side of your abs as you continue to squeeze on the right side. Feel a big stretch on the whole left side of your body. Weight is slightly in the left foot, but both feet are firmly planted. Reach the right fingertips down towards the ground. And reach the left fingertips long. Continue to squeeze on every exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And change. Slowly come back up. Left arm down, take a breath. Other side. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale as you squeeze the left side of your body, trying to touch your left hip to your left shoulder. Stretch and release the abs on the right side of your body. Feel the stretch all the way from your fingertips to your toes. Weight is slightly in the right foot. Left fingertips reaching down towards the floor as you continue to squeeze the abs. On every inhale, lengthen, and every exhale, squeeze the left abs a little bit more. Squeeze and stretch. And change. Slowly come back up. Right arm down. Take a breath. Back bend. Feet together. Hands at your chest. Begin by engaging the neck, sticking the chin out and up. Engage the upper back, the shoulder blades, the mid back as you curl the spine backwards, the lower back, and then finally the glutes. Hips forward, weight can be slightly in your toes here. Continue to inhale and squeeze, make the back muscles shorter. And change. Slowly come up. Uncurl the spine. Take a breath. Begin to hinge forward. Bend the knees. Palms into the floor. Your upper body should be up against your upper thighs. Begin to engage the neck by tucking the chin, curling the spine forward, and trying to touch your forehead to your knees. Push the lower back towards the floor. And once you've got your head to your knees, try to straighten your legs. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze with every exhale. Squeeze and curl the spine forward. And change. Slowly release. Halfway up. Keep your gaze towards the floor. And exhale, forward fold. Long spine, neutral spine, no curve. Trying to touch your chin to your toes. Maybe your hands come to the back of your calves or your ankles. As you try and touch your chin to the floor, keeping a neutral spine, legs straighten. And change. Bend the knees. Slowly come up. Back to the center of your mat. Feet together. Take a breath. Take a rest. Triangle pose. Legs wide, much wider than your hips. Left toes face forward. Right toes face the right side of the mat. Spine is neutral here. Don't let your back arch too much, and don't tuck the tailbone too much. You want it nice and neutral. Palms facing out. Begin to bend the right knee and sink into that right hip. Engage the right side of the spine, squeezing the right side of the abs and tilting the upper body towards the right. Your right fingertips are grazing the floor. Left arm is up high. Turn the chin and gaze up at your left thumb. Continue to squeeze the right abs into this side bend. And change. Slowly come up. Right toes face forward this time. Left toes face the left side of your mat. Palms forward. Begin to bend into the left knee, sinking into the left hip. Squeeze the left abs as you tilt the body to the left. Left fingertips graze the floor. Right arm high. Turn and gaze at the right thumb as you continue to squeeze the left side of your abs. And change. Slowly come back up. Walk your feet back to the middle of your mat. Feet together or slightly hip width apart, whatever is more comfortable for you. Relax, take a breath. Again, trying to find that spot of balance with your weight slightly in the heels, spine neutral, all of your joints aligned. Warrior pose. Walk to the end of your mat. We're going to begin by taking a big step forward with the right foot. Left foot is on your toes behind you. Arms can be out to the side or they can be at the chest. That's fine too. Straighten both legs. Squeeze your left glute and begin to bend into the right knee. Maybe do a slight back bend here if you have balance. Otherwise, stay right here. But if you'd like to add a little bit of the back bend to it, engage the spine and maybe gaze up by engaging the back of the neck. Nice little back bend here. Look forward, straighten the right knee, drop down to your left knee. Both knees, arms at your side, and take a rest. Other side. Hands at prayer by your chest. Step with the left foot up this time. Tuck the right toes and stand up. You might need to bring your leg back a little bit more to get into that lunge. Sink into the left leg. Squeeze the right glute and gaze up. Bring your gaze forward. Straighten both legs. Kneel into the right knee. Onto your knees, arms at your side, and take a rest, balancing on your knees. Slowly make your way back up to standing. Eagle pose. Begin by bringing both arms up, swooping the right arm underneath the left, reaching for the thumb. Sit back into the hips. Bring the weight into your left foot. Wrap the right over left and squeeze. Keeping your spine neutral, making yourself as small as possible here. And change. Slowly come up, foot down. Bring the arms up overhead and other side. Swing the left arm under the right. Reach for the thumb or the wrist. Sink back into the hips. Weight is in the right leg. Bring the left leg up and over the right. And squeeze, keeping a neutral spine. And change. Bring the left foot down. Bring the arms all the way up. Back down to your sides. Feet together or slightly hip width apart. Weight in your heels. And take a rest. Standing hand to foot. Stand with both feet together, hands on your hips. Begin to shift the weight into your left leg. Bring the right toes up. If you're new to balancing, you can start here. Maybe come up to the toe. Maybe just lift the leg. If you're able to do that, maybe take your left two peace fingers and try and reach for your big toe on your right foot. Balance here. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Just jump right back in. And change. Other side. Hands on your hips. Weight slightly leaning into the right foot here. Begin to lift the left leg up. Maybe come up to the toes. Maybe stand with one foot in the air. If you can do that, try grabbing the big toes of your left foot with your right hand and balance. And release. Feet together or slightly hip width apart. Arms at your sides. Relax the body. Find your balance. and breathe. Take a rest. Toe stand. This is a great stretch for the feet and also a really great pose for balance. So let's come down to our mat in a crouched position, up on the toes. You want to get as high on the toes as you can here. Find that that makes it easiest. A trick for balancing on the toes is to think about placing your weight in between your big toe and your second toe, as opposed to putting your weight evenly throughout all 5 toes. You will have a much easier time balancing if the brunt of your weight is being held by the 2 big toes. If this is where you're at, this is totally fine. You can stay in this position. If you're able to balance, maybe bring one hand up or the other hand onto your thighs. Maybe start to sit back onto the heels, bringing the knees down. Fixating on one spot with your eyes. Engaging the abs slightly. And balance. You can also rest the arms out in front if that's easier for you. Slowly bring the hands down. Slowly bring the heels down and stand back up. Feet together or slightly hip width apart. Find your balance and breathe. Let's come down for a seat. Sitting in the middle of your mat, legs crossed in front of you. Seated, separate leg stretching. Open the legs wide, feet flexed. Adjust your sit bones so that your abs aren't curled forward. We don't want to hunch over. We want to actually sit nice and tall. Sit bones directly under the shoulders. Neutral spine. Try not to have too much of an arch or too much of a tuck. You want to stay nice and neutral. Knees towards the ceiling. Slowly, with a neutral spine, begin to hinge the hips forward and walk your hands forward. Maybe walk the hands out in front. Maybe come down to your forearms if that's accessible for you. Maybe put the forehead on the mat or go all the way and get your shoulders down there. Whatever works for you, wherever you're at. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer. So just breathe and let your body relax into this position. slowly come back up. Walk the hands back towards you. Sit nice and tall. Cross the legs in front, hands on your knees, and take a quick rest. A couple of breaths here. Let's do a crow pose press. So we're going to begin by standing with our feet together. So heels together, toes out to the side, but we're going to face the short end of our mat. Come down onto your toes, heels touching. Take your hands and place them right down in front of you. Your knees, press them into your elbows. Keep a little bit of a bend in your elbows. And start to tuck your tailbone while tucking your chin. This is actually a forward bend of the spine. So we're not keeping it a neutral back, and I'm not sticking my glutes out. I'm actually tucking them under, rounding the back, using the abs, squeezing the abs, tucking the chin slightly, and I'm going to start to press my weight into my hands as I bend my elbows until I have about 75% of my weight into my hands. And let's hold here as you squeeze the abs and tuck the tailbone. And release. Come back into your feet. Come back down into a seated position, legs crossed in front, and take a breath. Cobra Pose. Come down onto your belly, feet long behind you. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, forehead to the mat. Begin by sticking the chin out and up, engaging the upper neck or the upper back, the shoulder blades, using your back strength to lift your torso off the floor. So much so that if you were to lift up your hands, you wouldn't drop back down. You want to engage the back as much as you can and try to avoid using the hands to press your body up. Squeeze the upper back, contract, and release. Forehead to the mat, arms at your sides, take a breath. Cobra Pose round 2. This time, we're actually going to press all the way up, so you can bring your hands back a little bit further, closer to your rib cage. Elbows back, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Use your back strength as much as you can to lift the torso up off the floor before engaging the arms. Inhale and begin. Engage the upper back, mid back, lower back. Engage and begin to press the hands into the mat as you curl the spine backwards. Look all the way up. Continue to squeeze. And release. Slowly lower back down to the mat, forehead to the mat, arms at your sides. Take a rest. Last pose of this practice is full locust. Arms out to your sides, legs long. They can be slightly separated. On an inhale, we're going to engage all of the muscles of the back, lift everything off the floor, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take one last exhale, and inhale and lift. Everything off the floor. And release. Relax the entire body, forehead to the mat. Round two. Full locust. Arms out to the sides, legs long. Exhale. And inhale and lift. And release. Forehead to the mat. Take a breath. Roll over onto your backs for our final resting pose in corpse. Lay your legs long. Lay your arms at your side. Relax everything. Close your eyes. Breathe. And try to clear your mind. Let your body absorb all that it did during practice today. Use these last few moments for yourself. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me for class, and I'll see you next time. Bye.